Hello, friends. The 691 day of the war between Russia and Ukraine continues. Late yesterday evening, Ukrainian public pages began writing about an attack on 2 Russian planes in the Azov Sea area. They claimed that an A-50 radio reconnaissance aircraft and an Il-22 bomber were shot down. Today, Commander-in-Chief Zaluzhny confirmed that the Air Force destroyed the Russian A-50 long-range radar detection aircraft and the Il-22 Air Control Center. Thank you to the Air Force for a perfectly planned and executed operation in the Azov region, Zaluzhny wrote. Russian telegram channels did not write directly about the destruction of the planes, but demanded to find those responsible for the deaths of the pilots and assumed that they came under friendly fire. Later, the Russians showed a photo of an Il-22 shot down over the Sea of Azov. As you can see, the plane was not destroyed, but damaged. The Russians write that the crew are real heroes. Apparently, they managed to land the plane after the defeat. Air Force Speaker Ignat also commented on the photo of the Il-22 that appeared. He confirmed that the crew apparently managed to land the plane in Anapa. It looks like the Il-22 did make it to Anapa. It's a tenacious bastard, Ignat said. He also added that there were wounded among the crew. Ignat said that until today, the destruction of the A-50 long-range radar detection aircraft seemed like an impossible task for armed forces of Ukraine, but managed to shoot down 2 fat targets at once. Meanwhile, the Russian army continues active assault operations in the southeastern direction using aviation and armored vehicles, Commander Tarnowski said today. The most difficult situation is in the Avdiivka and Maryanka directions. Over the past 24 hours, 41 airstrikes and 51 attempted attacks supported by armored vehicles were recorded. The average daily number of clashes has remained at about 50 for a week now. And for the last 3 days, aviation has also been actively used. In the Avdiivka sector, the Russians are actively trying to occupy Stepovy. The situation in the village has not changed. The enemy has also become more active in the area of the Avdiivka Dachas, east of the Avdiivka coke plant, and fighting continues. The enemy does not stop daily assaults in Pervomysk this year. There have been practically no quiet days there, writes the Ukrainian telegram channel Deep State. The situation near Novomikhailivka is critical. The enemy is attacking from the north, east, and south, Ukrainian telegram channels write. The Russian strategic goal here is to defeat the Ukrainian armed forces in the Vuhledar area and gain access to the group's flank. For the past year, the Russians have been trying to capture the city. Having suffered heavy losses, the Russian command remembered and began to implement Plan B, reaching the flank of the Vuhledar group. The offensive is being carried out in 2 main directions, Maryanka and Novomikhailivka. The Maryanka direction is a deep coverage and access to a large transport hub in Kurahovy. Novomikhailivka is a short way to reach the flank of the Vuhledar group with the simultaneous capture of the Pobieda, Konstantinivka, Vuhledar road. In Maryanka, the enemy managed to achieve tactical success. Further on in this direction, there is a choice. Or advance in the direction of Kurahovy without looking at the situation in Novomikhailivka and get hit on the flanks. Or wait for success in Novomikhailivka and move forward together within the framework of a joint plan. Now the situation here is on pause. And without the capture of Novomikhailivka, the goal of the operation itself to reach the flank of the Vuhledar group is impossible. In this case, you will have to hope for success in the Maryanka direction, but this is a deeper coverage and accordingly completely different costs. So, if we are successful, we will maintain a stable southern part of the front and thicken it. We are gaining time to build new defense lines in the south, where there are not so many of them. We are gaining time to deploy new units and subunits. We are creating the potential for active defense and the upcoming counteroffensive. In case of retreat, we get the enemy entering the flank of the Vuhledar group with its subsequent defeat and a possible domino effect for the entire southern facade of our front. The enemy entered the operational space due to the lack of constructed defense lines throughout the southeastern directorate of the front. the defeat of units that have not yet managed to restore combat effectiveness after a counteroffensive, the use of reserves, and thereby disrupting the possibility of conducting an active defense and counteroffensive. This caused fierce fighting in the secondary Mariinka direction, with a large number of losses on both sides. In addition, this explains the attention of Russian aviation to our positions in Georgiivka, Pobyeda, and Novomikhailivka, which bombards positions here almost every day. Therefore, the battles here will go on for a long time and fiercely, sparing no personnel and equipment.
Friends, this channel exists solely thanks to your support. If you have the opportunity and desire to support the channel, I will be very grateful to you. Thank you very much and see you in the next video.